Palaie, now that you're about, I think, 5 practices in the camp this year with Jim Knowles, just how different is it for you? Because now that you've had a year at Ohio State, new defensive coordinator, just how are your feelings, confidence, things like that?
I'm feeling pretty good. Definitely, when you got a new defensive scheme coming in, it's going to take quite a while for you to get adjusted and be assignment sound, really. But for the most part, since Coach Knowles has been here, everything's been kind of like attention to detail. And at the end of the day, just running to the ball and being a football player.
I remember back in the spring they called him maybe a mad scientist with the new concepts he brings. In the preseason, now with the season a month away, just how is he now with games kind of almost on the horizon?
Everything's like getting broken down to where you can see it from his point of view. Whether it's doing some certain technique or aligning some certain way, everything that he's teaching the way now that he's teaching is from his point of view and how he would play it if he was on the field.
And then from your perspective, I know last year was a little bit difficult getting your eligibility kind of thing sorted out. How do you feel this year knowing that now you can fully embrace the team mindset and really go all in with the Ohio State defense compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, even despite like being ineligible, I was still all in with the team. But, just knowing not having to deal with that this year, it kind of just allows me to just be full speed and just kind of, like what you said, just be a part of the team, be in it, submerge myself into everything. So it's been a good process.
Jim said you've been floating around. What does that mean? I mean, have you been
just kind of floating around the room, playing different spots. For the most part, just playing around different spots and just trying to be flexible in my position.
What are those spots? Like Mike, Jack, or all of them?
Right now it's Will, but for the most part, it's kind of wherever they put me, whether it's Jack, Sam. It really just depends on them, and if they call my number and tell me what spot, and I'll just be ready for it.
How do you feel physically this year, and what do you expect your role is going to be on the defense this year?
Physically, I'm feeling good. Definitely coming back from some type of injury from the spring, but as far as right now, I feel great. Feeling 100% and just trying to get better every day.
What was, I'm sure you've been asked this and answered, but what was your decision to transfer from USC and come all the way out here?
A lot of things went into it. Kind of felt like I just needed a new chapter in my life and just coming to a great university like Ohio State. I've been really happy here. I haven't regretted it once since I've been here. So
really?
Everything's been great.
Even with the crazy change, like Dylan was just saying, you come in, you got one defense, now all of a sudden the next year you got a completely different defense with all these kinds of changes and everything going on.
Yeah,
you still happy with the decision?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's kind of been like that my whole college career. Before I left SC, I had 2 different defensive coordinators. And I come to Ohio State, I have one, and then the next year I have another. So I was always on the run trying to learn new playbooks and haven't really been at a solid foundation. But with Coach Knowles, I know that's going to be solid for a long time. So really just investing in it and putting everything I got.
Where does he compare with all the other defensive coordinators you've had? Just playbook and just mental, just the whole nine?
They're all great. Coach Knowles is just, something different. And he's great at what he does. And every coach that I've had was great at what they did. And just the way they teach things is a little bit different. But for the most part, everybody's really good.
How would you describe a Jim Knowles defense? What are the main things that he really emphasizes to you guys?
Just alignment, assignment, and just playing fast. Really, see ball, get ball. Pretty much that. If I had to explain it, just kind of broad. Yeah.
What's it like trying to know the defense as well as the guy who created it?
Oh, I mean, it goes hand in hand. He's the one who's running our meeting. He's the one who's doing our installs. So, I mean, seeing the way that he wants the defense to be ran from his point of view, it kind of just goes hand in hand, and it's real fun to see and real fun to play.
Chip lost his black stripe. What have you seen from him? Why do you think that happened today?
Man, Chip is a beast. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Chip is a beast. He's strong, fast, smart. I mean, he could play running back if he wanted to, but just seeing him get his black stripe off means a lot. I mean, I've been real close to him ever since he came, especially from him coming from the Pac-12. So we have a real good bond, and seeing that, I'm happy for him.
Did you guys ever run into each other in a game in the Pac-12?
Yeah, we actually played the first game of the COVID year, USC versus ASU. Yep.
Did you get the better of him?
I mean, we won, so it was a good game, though.
What about a couple of the younger guys, CJ, Gabe? What are you seeing out of them so far?
Oh, they're really good. They're young bucks. They're going to be learning, but for the most part, they got all the intangibles they need. They're fast, physical, smart. The next thing for them is just to kind of step up and and grow in their skin a little bit and just be a confident player.
You feel flattered that USC followed you to the Big Ten?
What was that?
You feel flattered that USC followed you to the Big Ten?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good move for SC. You know, they're physical, they're fast as well, but I think the Big Ten would be good for them.
Was that surreal when you heard that news? I mean, it was for us, and we didn't play at USC. Was that surreal when you heard that USC was joining the Big Ten?
For sure. I mean, I was there at the Pac-12 during the Pac-12, so just to hear them come to the Big Ten, it's kind of like, are you guys following me? But it's cool. I mean, I'm happy for SC. I'm happy for all the moves that they're doing and all my brothers that play there. So, I mean, it's a good move for them.